Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final day of the Lufia 2 Ancient Cave Fatal Blowout Tournament. I'm Shadow Killer. I'm going to be your host for today. And before we get started, we're going to do like we have in the past, go over how the races work, how the tournament works, and how the racers are going to get the points to win the races. So first up, we're going to go over the rules. Each race is going to be a 2-hour race. If a runner can make it to the final floor before the 2-hour time limit is up, they can take their time getting ready for the final fight and just go in when they're ready. The party team and capsule monsters have to be chosen before the race begins. They get a certain amount of points for choosing certain characters, so we need that before the race starts just to keep track. The runner with the most points at the end of the time limit will be declared the winner. And the winner will advance to the finals, which is later today. And up next, we have the wild card round. So that's going to be everybody who got second place in their respective race. All right, so let's talk about the points. Run through these real quick. So the 80% party for Lufia 2 Ancient Cave is generally Dakar, Guy, and Artie. If a racer chooses to go outside that party, they're going to get 10 points for one character and 20 points for two characters. If they decide to take one of the lower tier capsule monsters, such as Flash, Gels, Blaze, or Gusto, they're going to get 10 points for that. If they decide they've got great weapons and they don't think they're going to need deadly weapons, if they make it through the entire cave without using them, they're going to get 10 points. And if they have to equip them and use them, they're going to get -5 points. So you can lose points for that. If you decide to raise your capsule monster to the final M form, you get 10 points. Each capsule monster has 5 forms. If you feed through 1, 2, 3, 4 and get the correct fruit for them to get them to the final form, you can get an extra 10 points for that. For any iris item found, you're going to get 5 points. For a black, silver, or gold eye accessory, you can either get those through a blue chest or a drop from certain enemies. You're going to get 10 points for that. Instantly kill 3 enemies using the destroy spell, which is an instant death spell. You're going to get 10 points. Have 4 cores, stay in a single fight and kill them all. That's 10 points. Cores run away probably about 80% of the time, so that's not an easy feat. For reaching the next set of 10 floors, you're going to get 10 points per set of floors. So on floor 11, you'll get 10. On floor 21, you'll get 10, and so on, with 100 points in total for reaching the final floor. If you reach the final floor and you don't think you can kill the jelly, but you can kill yourself, you're going to get 10 points. So if you wipe out at the jelly, you're going to get 10 points for that. Defeating the jelly is 100 points. That's the big one, as always. If you're able to defeat the jelly before the timer reaches 2 hours, you're going to get 10 extra points. And if you can defeat it even faster than that, you're going to get 5 points for every 15 minutes. So if you defeat it before the 1 hour 45 mark, that's an extra 15 points. Defeating the jelly in 2 turns is going to get you an additional 20 points as well. And if you can defeat the jelly without using the Fatal Blow IP attack, which does 50% of the enemy's current HP, you're going to get 50 points. Now, some of those last points are cumulative, so you can do multiples and combine them into a bigger score. All right, that's that. So, without further ado, let's get ready for the wildcard race. Gonna quickly take you through our racers. We have Vinicus, Decker BRD, Mike 34, Mitchie, and Volt. Now you may be wondering, we've got 5 racers, but we only had 4 preliminary races. How does this work? So what we did was, after the final preliminary race, the racers took a vote of who they thought did very well and deserved a chance at the finals. So they didn't necessarily win the race, but they performed very well, and we thought it was honorable to give them a shot. So the racers voted, and Mike 34 was voted into the wildcard race. So he's going to have a shot to make it to the finals as well. All right, I think that's it for me. For commentators today, we have got DC Boy and W Reflect. So as soon as they are ready, I'm going to toss it over to them. But first, we're going to count down our racers. Give me just one quick second here. All right, racers. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, guys, take it away.
Coming to you live from the sleepy town of Grubrick. Welcome. I'm W Reflect.
I am DC Boy.
And let's see who gets what and what gets who as we find out what lies beneath this unassuming island.
We have got a well-rounded array of players here. Mike being the super wild card in my opinion, but he was definitely earned his place here. Some quick moves right into the cave, and it's gonna start.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of opening and some speed run. This is all for safety and just to see if they can find some really good stuff early on.
And during the first 9 floors, they have access to shields and rings, so wouldn't be opening these early floors, but getting those rare items is very useful.
Yeah, they're worth their weight in gold. Since you can't get them after floor 9, you might as well try before that. We see Decker Bird getting the Blizzard spell. That's the tier 2 ice spell. That's very useful early on.
And destroy.
Yeah. So he's starting off strong. It's coming right for everyone's throat.
Destroy being a 50% chance to kill a single target.
Yep.
Guns and spells are very useful later on in the cave.
Volt finds the poison spell. We touched on this in the last race that I commentated on. DC Boy, do you want to explain what you think poison does?
Poison, wouldn't that mean that I'd poison the enemy so that they take damage over time?
Makes sense to me, but as we said before,
Oh.
poison is antidote in this game.
We just got a fry sword for Mitchie, and Volt picked up Zap, I believe it was. So,
yeah, I saw that too. I think Mitchie got a fry sword
Volt.
last run too.
Always lucky, Mr. Dance Pad % himself.
Yep.
Actually, out of all these runners, he has the fastest time on the leaderboard between them, so definitely a contender here.
Mm-hmm. And plus, he's beaten the cave via a dance pad, so that does count for something.
Believe me when I say it was the most epic dancing I've ever seen.
Indeed. Venicus finds a curse lifter, very useful.
The players will be picking up some cursed items along the way that will help them greatly in finding their way to the bottom. Ooh, and a thunder ring and a fire ring. Fire ring from Mike, and Decker picks up a thunder ring. Those rings will actually mental spell of that element by about, what, 50%?
They double the effectiveness of the given element. So that is
even
very
better.
Strong if they find the matching spell.
Color for Volt.
Yes. The best heal in the game, although early on you can't really utilize it that well because it's very expensive too.
Venicus getting a sneaky little item there. The mini shield having a wonderful IP ability, Battle Lust, which is basically a double trick or a trick plus 10%.
It's a 40% attack buff for a single character. So it's most useful for a Gades blade, but it also can really seal a kill if you need it for another powerful weapon.
A lot of
everyone's
eagles
fighting
being
eagles.
fought here, yeah.
Yeah.
safety experience early on. Eagles tends to be the one set of enemies you want to fight, not only because they have a chance to drop an Eagle Ruck, which is a nice little helper, but they give a decent amount of experience to keep you curved.
Yeah, they're mostly harmless.
A lot of these runners know how to go extremely fast through this cave, but you will see them taking safety strats now because the rules of this run is they have 2 hours to get to the final floor. After that, they have as much time as they need to get set up.
Yep, it's probably to your advantage to utilize as much time as you can, although there is an incentive for every 15 minutes you finish before the 2-hour mark. But that's not that easy, especially in a marathon. Your heart's racing, you're looking all over for whatever you can. Venicus gets the Gale spell, that's tier 1 ice. It's going to be good for the cores that are coming up on floor 11. And Mike finds himself a fatal pick that is an instant death weapon with an 80% success rate against non-undead enemies.
There's also the Deadly Rod, which is the preferred method of deadlying an enemy.
Yep.
So has an amazing IP for the jelly fight when you uncurse it. That's where those curse lifters will come in.
That's what a runner always wants to see, is an early Deadly Rod.
We've got a sleeping Lexus over on Decker's screen.
Yeah,
See how long he takes a nap for.
He's very susceptible early on because his HP is so low. So it's no surprise seeing him taking a little nap there.
I think, from what I've seen so far, I need to double check Volt here, but I think Venicus is running the any percent party with an alternate, and then a Deadly Rod.
Yeah,
and with an alternate capsule monster, so...
I believe so. So Venicus has a Deadly Rod and a Curse Lifter, so Artie is now set for the jelly.
Be able to utilize that rod, even this early on. Instant death at 80% chances.
Yep.
But sometimes it doesn't map out very well, and to not kill something becomes 80%.
It's not unusual to see it miss 3 times in a row.
Those of you in statistics.
She's taken on some red mimics. They're fairly powerful for when you encounter them, but they generally won't wreck your party if you have levels.
Here gets a real deadly sword, so one fun rule that all these players know is that before floor 15, if you get a deadly sword, you know that it's the true deadly sword. After that, you have a chance of getting either.
Yep. I believe it's floor 19, I want to say.
Gotcha. 20.
Somewhere around there.
15 is when Decker starts spawning. Excuse me.
Yep.
And speaking of Decker, that is explained a major tool in the jelly kill, so all these players will be for a Decker blade on their way down.
Yeah, out of all the items you could possibly find, the one we want most is the Decker blade. We're seeing lots of red mimics today. Very unpleasant for our runners.
They are aggressive. They will track onto you when you get within a couple tiles of them. So sometimes they can be hard to avoid, and they can spawn into some choke point positions because they are enemy sprites rather than true treasure chests. So.
Yep. And once they're aggroed, they will never stop following you.
No matter how far you go.
Bolt finds a Berserk Blade. We're going to see him feed that immediately, because we do not want to equip because it will stay on you. It's a cursed item.
Basically
not
have a very high attack power in its statistic. Most likely equip itself if somebody hits the strongest button.
Yeah, happens to all of us.
And now you have a subpar weapon on a character who's, guess, bonus points.
Yep, on the Iris Jewel. Venicus being the highest ranking Canadian on the leaderboard, he's got a PB of 110. A relatively new runner, he's been running the cave for about 7 months.
Itchy finds one of the best healing spells you can get in the cave in regards to just raw healing to MP cost. The only other better spell being Valor or Rally, because you can revive your other party members with those spells.
Yeah. So, see our first core sighting, and Bolt managed to get at least one. Let's see if there any more stay.
Ooh. Could this be?
So 2 cores is great. If he can kill them, doesn't look like he was able to use a spell. Fortunately, Zeppi taking care of the last core with a critical hit.
Fish is real.
And critical hits ignore defense, and cores have very high defense. Michi's also getting some cores of his own.
Berserk Blade for Mike. Gonna make sure he eats that soon.
Yep, do not want. Curse Lifter for Volt. So things are looking up for some of our runners here. Michi gets
Michi just
cores.
gets a 3 core. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Always
great.
Lucky. Mike, really strong weapon. But sadly, it's gonna be. He has Tia, I believe, so that is. He does not have a deadly or a fatal on them already.
Unfortunately, Michi has the spell Strong, which is really great between battles. Mike just reaching core floors.
Yep, everybody's staying within a distance on each other here, keeping a really good pace and making this race.
Decker also finds a Curse Lifter. We're seeing quite a few of those today. This is a good sign, I'd say.
Dave wants to put on a good show. It's given some fair play here, but that only ever means that it's going to get worse later on.
That could be. Mike finds the champion spell. Very
Great
nice.
healing spell. Helm for Michi.
Yeah, Agony Helm's always, it's nice to have, but it's not the greatest thing to find in a blue chest. But defense never hurts.
Yeah, anytime you can get a shield from a blue chest, you can be pretty happy with it. It's an extra piece of equipment that usually you don't get.
Just don't complain, because the cave will hear you, and it will punish you.
Lots of cores on screen for our players here. Michi, Ven, Volt, and Decker and Mike, they're all seeing some cores.
Unfortunately, Mike has 2 characters dead, and he's finding himself fighting 3 cores. So they'll miss out on a large amount of experience points.
This is one of the brutal facts about the cave, is that sometimes you just can't find the items or the spells that you need to revive or heal your party members, and stuck in the position that Mike is in, where he has to push forward and hope that the next chest he gets is going to bring his party back from the brink.
Yeah, it's entirely possible he will not find any kind of revive for 10, 20, 30 floors.
And that is why the community actually, one reason they voted for him to come here is during his last race, he made it very far into the cave without a single healing spell.
Yeah, he surprised us
healing
all.
items. So he really knows how to manage with very little. Little movement here in the hallway.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one. I'm not sure he could have avoided one fight.
Yeah. And being in that position, really.
Volt getting another core. Mitchie getting more cores. Something is going on today.
As you can see on Mike's screen, he just got surprise attacked by the enemies. You'll notice that the sprites and the players all have directions that they can face, and they move around as they walk.
And the cave is quick.
If you happen to... Deadly Rod for Venicus. If you happen to engage an enemy from the side, you have a 50-50 chance of getting the surprise attack on them. If you get them from behind, that's a 100% chance. That also have sprites that have directions, also have that advantage against you. So, one major part of this cave is knowing how each enemy moves and being able to manipulate that slightly to your advantage.
And one of the best ways to get familiar with enemy movement is just play through the normal game a few times.
She's on 16. She's making some quick moves.
We're also seeing lots of wisps.
Which is interesting. Usually in any percent you're trying to go for, if you miss any XP curve, and tear a party apart. So it's very daring to see a lot of the players, even though they have a lot of cores and XP and safety, going for those fights.
They're an easy one to miss, especially if you rush right into a room. They have a tendency to sneak up right on you.
Says a lot about the type of tournament that Fatal Blowout is, to see all these players taking a lot of safety fights and taking that extra XP.
Yeah, it's great to see a strong party go through and not get wiped immediately. So nothing too big going on right now. Everyone's getting into the late teens where the enemies are going to start getting stronger.
They all are going to be opening these chests like crazy though. Now the Decker Blade has been set, has a chance to be spawning, so you can bet it almost has the lure of Decker Blade.
Yes, indeed. See, Venicus got poisoned.
Only he had a spell that was called Poison.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But if you don't get an antidote item or the poison spell, your character will remain poisoned unless they die. So it can eat up a little time because each turn has a message dealing damage from the poison.
Destroy for Volt.
Lots of instant death today.
Ooh, wingers.
Yeah, very strong enemy. Easy to get a back attack, but if you don't kill them, they're probably going to be faster than you. And they can easily
Providence
wipe you.
there. That's just an item that the cave has. after floor 20 and on, you have a chance to get it, and I believe it kind of comes to the top of the charts for the most part pretty soon. It'll take you back to the top of the dungeon and allow you to keep your blue chest items. The typical way that one is meant to defeat the cave is to enter it multiple times and come back stronger every time with all your blue chest items. But these runners, we like to be whipping boys for the cave and go in one shot.
That's right. And if they do find themselves in a pinch, they can just Providence out and go back into the cave and not lose any points.
Unique rules for Fatal Blowout. If they have enough time, they can probably make up some big moves, get some better early items, and keep whatever blues they may have gotten.
Yep.
Fatal pick for Volt. Yeah, lots of instant death over there on that side of the board.
Mitch is in the lead right now, floor-wise, 425.
He is keeping a very good pace right now.
Volt is right on his tail. And the other three are about on the same floors.
Ooh, rally from Mike. He just earned that run. Two
Now
decent
he is
healing
safe.
spells. Make up for it on those two. Helpful they'll be in the next few fights. But
He probably has one of the most
Zerkblade too.
Probably one of the most efficient combos for healing Rally and Champion. And Mitchie also gets a Deadly Rod. Volt's kind
Always
of
lucky.
in a nasty hallway. Fortunately, he outspeeds those Deadly Swords. They're a really strong enemy. And he
You can
managed
see
to...
some of that fancy footwork there, using his knowledge of the enemy's movements to skirt around in that tight situation.
Perhaps he's the dance pad master.
She is in a fight right now so that he can get off of these cancer crab enemies. Nice backup item for jelly kills. Usually you want to have a strong weapon item that gets 2 attacks, 2 turns. Can deal a lot of damage. You can get it.
Volt finds a Confuse Ball. That's going to be useful later on against enemies like genies. It has a 100% chance to confuse an enemy if they're susceptible to it.
And the movement, well, as you may have noticed, as enemies are moving around, it has a unique pattern that they follow. Move. They won't move until you move or slash your sword. You can, about a year ago now, a little over that, they discovered that the right trigger to stand in place and slash your sword while holding a direction to manipulate enemies even more was what he did there. He was looking to the right, slashed his sword, enemies to move in such a way, knowing which direction he needed to hold.
It does take some practice.
One of the best things I can say about the cave is it's easy to get into, but definitely there's a lot of master scaling there. For Mike, he's rewarded for his integrity. He
Yes,
has Major tool.
He finds the Decker blade. So he's feeling good right now. He's got his heal, he's got his revive, and he's got the best jelly weapon.
Now we just gotta take a breath and make it through the cave.
Yep. Volt did a little dance a little while ago, so he found something good, but I missed it. Volt's kind of in a nasty little room here, lots of teleporters.
Fruit for Mitchie. A nice item to see in this tournament because a lot of the players are using capsule monsters in which they want to either reach the master form for bonus points. Magic fruit being a nice little item that helps that move along quite.
Yeah, I think it gives 8 bars on any form of a capsule monster. Okay, so Volt got the flame fruit drop, so he will be able to evolve Zeppy to master form if he wants.
But will happen tonight. I believe in Volt.
Yeah, his last run was just a walk in the park. The cave gave him everything you could possibly want. Decker finds an apron shield, very powerful shield.
He has jet helms. What a nice little agility boost.
Volt already starting the evolving of Zeppy. Got him to form 2.
Oh boy. I don't know whose screen you saw it on, but any blue mimics have been seen across the runners. I think some of them are already safe.
That could be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So on Mike's screen, you can see that lovely Gatey's blade right above him that he doesn't want to open because it is a fake.
Yeah.
And he accidentally walks into an ammonite. These are very scary enemies.
Luckily, he has the levels to run and the spell to revive.
That's how fast this cave can kill you if you make a misstep. Hopefully he has Rallying Champion, so he'll be fine.
Not sure if he's seen the stairs yet, but it is... that mimic is in a position where it could be on the stairs. Let's hope that they're in this room he's going into.
You can see on Volt's screen. Oh, I thought he was actually using the rally to deal damage to the enemies, but he was actually reviving Tia. So disregard it. But undead enemies in this game do take damage from healing spells, so that will come into effect. They can't be affected by deadly weapons, and healing spells become great offensive tools.
Yeah, especially useful real late in the cave. Yeah, I think with Mike, the mimic might be on the stairs.
Ooh. Might consider just... I don't know, has he gotten many blue chest items? He might consider...
Not that I noticed. So it looks like his only choices are go through this hallway with an ammonite, or go back and see if the stairs are under that blue mimic.
Could check that blue mimic a little bit safer by attempting to get a surprise attack on the ammonites in that room. Triggering a battle will want to see if the stairs are under that blue chest.
Yep, if you look carefully, you can see underneath the blue mimic when the screen does its wavy motion. Volt's still fighting his way through this treasure room. It's a tough one with all those teleporters. Fortunately, Mike finds the stairs. It's in the clear. Definitely took the safest route there.
Bug boy actually doing some good damage right there.
Yeah, Zeppy's not half bad, no matter what form he's in.
Itchy's getting his final chance at getting some cancer rocks with these Garbost enemies.
They go down relatively easily, but they can hurt your party if they really want to.
You'll see Mike manipulating this troll here to get out of there. He'll be able to skirt right by that. Rewards. It's a core right when he comes to the next floor. Hopefully this blue will stay and get Tia. And nope.
Bad news for
Spoke too
Volt
soon.
here.
Oh, yep, blue in front of a door.
Yeah, I don't know if he's strong enough to take this on if there's 4 of them. Level 18.
We're about to witness one of the biggest cave early on. This is
And there's
the
4
set
of
of
them.
floors, I believe 30 through 32.
Preemptively healing. He's got Destroy. You have to bank on some multi-targets being successful. Let's see what we got.
No frenzy, no frenzy. Party goes down though.
Yeah. Mike gets 2 blue cores.
It's gonna be really good for
Wow.
getting Kia and Maxim back on track.
Volt's Destroy, his multi-target Destroy, killed 2 of the enemies. So that was incredibly lucky. He should be able to take on 2 blue mimics.
Frenzies here could still be scary, but I believe Decker should survive no problem.
And he's taking it really safe, very smart.
We're getting on Tia there.
Hopefully we'll see Valor revive some of his dead characters. It has a percentage to, I forget the exact numbers.
The Artie is back.
Yep, back in action. Fortunately, Volt has the MP to use Valor multiple times throughout this battle.
Some good levels and getting some magic healing items early on. Very helpful.
And yeah, you can see why they opened early and kind of got some levels early.
Cancer rock for Mitchie still.
Volt takes care of the mimics. That's a sigh of relief for him.
Not a single frenzy.
No, I don't think so.
I think that happened to another player in the last set of races. That's rare in its own right.
Yep. Mike found a Mist Rapier, which is a 3x weapon for Maxim or Artie. That'll be useful
And
for the jelly.
Awesome earring. One of the more useless items.
Yeah, it's strange that it's a blue chest item because it's really weak. I think it's like 5 intelligence or something, but it does have the Thunder IP on it. Venicus.
Decker blade for Venicus, yes.
So that's 2 we've seen for Venicus and Mike.
Our newer players in regards to who we've got here. both getting Decker blades earlier.
Yeah, the cave knows.
Giving them a helping hand.
Michi with his trademark Firebird spell.
Scores for Venicus. Nope. Gets 1 red.
Always disappointing.
Hopeful.
Volt must not have a deadly weapon yet, which is very frustrating when the deeper you get. Michi, I think, is trying to utilize that dragon in the room to block the Ochi warrior or samurai. It seemed to have helped.
Some pretty slick moves right there.
Michi reaching level or floor 40. So he's feeling pretty comfortable, confident.
He's moving at a great pace. The way through, he could get that extra 5 points for being 15 minutes early on the jelly.
Yeah. Volt does equip his fatal pick. I think he was just reluctant to. He was hoping for a deadly rod. But he does have the zap spell, so it's not a big deal that he can't use a deadly rod IP. Deckerbird gets a very rare drop, the Samu Jewel. That's a 2% drop, I believe. Volt does have the option of putting his second fatal pick on Tia, as D. Shmoo in chat points out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is it Fatal Pick being a 50-50 weapon, or does it still have the 80% chance like the Deadly?
It's also 80%.
I see.
Oh, he already has put both fatal picks on Tia and Artie.
80% with quotation marks is definitely how it should always be said.
Yeah. Volt finds a silver sword. It's also a 3x weapon for Maxim, and a very strong one.
Ooh, and on Mike's screen, you can see him utilizing some knowledge of what enemies are on what floors as some assassins spawned. They track onto you as soon as you walk into a room, and they are fast. They will be on you very quickly.
Yep.
So you'll see some players stand in a doorway and move around to make sure that they know if something's in there and it's going to get them. Michi? No, I don't think he did.
Mike getting unlucky with 2 fatal terminal blows from the assassins. That's their own instant death.
Having a rough go of it on their way down here. But that experience really brought them back up. Duel for Michi.
Yeah, very good for attack, increasing your attack power.
Greens. Mike can have double deadly rods right now, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. Hopefully Decker's already seen the stairs. Yep, he has. Rick for Venicus.
Vanicus going for his home cancer rock. He's got a couple Garbos here. Mitchie debating, do I equip the Deadly Rod or not?
Wonder if he has a curse lifter yet.
Yeah, I can't remember right now. It's a lot to keep track of.
And
We see Volta has one.
The Assassins have their 80% going today.
Yeah, apparently. And it's no surprise we're seeing lots of Garbos on screen because everybody is looking for a cancer rock.
You're getting his Wolfman out.
Disco. We saw a blue mimic in front of a door for Deckerbird, so let's hope he finds the stairs somewhere else. Mitchie tiptoeing around.
Oh. Never want to see that.
Mitchie found a C-ring, which is really good for agility. One more floor for Mitchie and he's done with ninjas, which is always a huge relief. Venicus setting up to get a 50-50 encounter with this assassin. He does the technique correctly and is rewarded. And looks like Mitchie is done with ninjas.
Ninjas move just like the assassin enemies, but they are as deadly, just like the blue chest mimics on the earlier floors.
Yep, they are run-enders.
Nullified defense and attack all of your party.
Decker's getting some cores of his own. Volt finds Trick. That's a 20% attack buff.
Oh yeah, Ven equipped some deadly armor. I saw him get some earlier, and I was going to mention that it's a high defense armor early on in the cave with equipment, and if you use strongest, just like with the Berserk Blade, it will throw it on, and it's not a sacrifice, but
Yes.
equipment that you can use later on to tank up, but now you are bound to your deadly armor.
Right, yeah, there's a lot of good healing armors later on, but it's not the end of the world that he has a deadly armor on.
Mike gonna...
He's in trouble. It's a bad looking room. He's level 22, which is which is okay, but not great for ninjas. Fortunately, he has healing and a deadly, so let's see how this goes. Michi's on floor 50, so he's really pushing it.
The guy's eyes on Mike's screen here. You'll notice if these ninjas decide to use knife thrower 3 times in a row. Ooh, lucky on the first go.
Yeah.
Max.
Decker finds a Sky Sword, and Venicus finds Rally. So these ninjas were kind, but Mike's fatal pick was not. It missed, so hopefully he'll be able to take care of at least one of these ninjas. Decker, being the strongman as always, just one-shotting one. So Mike should easily survive this. Volt gets a green core. Yes.
Yes. Only gonna bring his XP up to the next level that he needs. All these cores are essentially the XP route that you want to be on. A lot of these players have a lot of safety XP, but getting those cores really makes a big jump for them.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like that ninja there is trapped on Mike's screen, so maybe he'll only have to deal with the one.
Be able to sneak by. Oh yeah, excellent.
Venicus on floor 42, ninjas coming right up soon. Michi's here fighting these fiends. They can drop an item called the Evil Jewel at a 2% rate.
We've got a green core for Ven up top, my most hated enemy, the Iron Golems, for Mike, and Michi cleans up some fiends. It's so exciting right now to see all these different things happening.
It's definitely a match,
For
just like we
Volt.
thought.
These players are bringing a lot of really excellent luck and skill to the cave right now.
And you can see why DC Boy doesn't like these Iron Golems. They have that Iron Kick move that just whacks your party.
If you get 3 of them and you have no deadlies or any options against them, you can bet your butt they'll punish you.
Yep, very quickly.
Seeing a lot of well-rounded luck between the players. They all seem to have multiple healing, excellent spells, attacking weapons. They're all getting sometimes that doesn't occur, and just outright wipe you based on that.
Thus far, it looks like Mike's having the worst luck out of everyone with ninjas, but he's taking care of them pretty well.
Well, I'm like a pro.
Volt has ninjas of his own now, as we say that. But he does get in first, so he should take care of these no problem.
It's that 50-50 side attack chance that they're utilizing there.
You can see how useful it is having 2 deadlies on. He just takes care of 2 of them instantly.
Mike had to face check some more Iron Golems, and Tia goes down. You'll see that happen often.
Yeah, she has really low HP for basically the whole run. Michi's got more fiends. I'm not sure if he's fighting these on purpose or not. Might get surprised by the Iron Golems. He should be able to run from them on the second round.
Moving Decker into the surprise move Decker into the back row. And the rows do matter. You do take less damage in the back row and deal less physical damage. So sometimes you'll know
Save
You'll
your
see
run.
the players move their biggest tank into the back row for potentially not dying to a wiping attack.
Yep, it saved many runs. Decker just surviving with a few HP by being in the back row. Still no equal jewel for Michi. It's worth a
Knife
shot.
thrower on Volt's screen, you can see how brutal it is.
Yeah.
Done 3 of those in a row with no response. Mike fighting Bryn's lizards, they have a pretty decent chance to drop a really awesome item that's very helpful in the cave, giving you a lot of speed.
Yeah, the twist jewel gives sturdy agility. And they're pretty... They generally won't damage your party too much. They do have a strong attack called Frost, though.
Not to be underestimated, but they're definitely manageable.
Exactly.
I'd say a safe bet in the cave is to never underestimate any enemy.
Yeah.
No matter how easy they may seem or how set up you may be.
They'll always surprise you. Deckerbird finds a Curse Lifter and Firebird. Firebird's strangely popular today.
A lot of fire spells. A lot of Maxim not being able to use fire spells.
Yeah. Mitch is looking for a Hydora Rock.
The one time you'll really see them engaging these enemies here. You can later, but if you can't get the surprise attack.
Benicus has to take on the ninja face on. He's level 26, so that's a really good level, but they can still hurt you pretty bad. Bolt finds a red saber for Maxim.
Very good ×3 weapon for fighting the jelly.
But it looks like he already had the silver sword, but he
Oh, so
chooses the red saber
wants the
over the
fire
silver
element.
sword. Yeah,
Get one, gotta get 2.
might as well. It's good food for the capsule monster.
Maxim dual wield %, where is it?
Yeah,
So he was supposed to be a dual wielder if you played Lufia 1. Jeez.
I don't know what that game is. Benicus is surviving these ninjas. No
Revolving
Hydora.
Disco Wolf. Going for a new form here.
I think Decker wants the Form 3 Darby, which has an instant death attack that hits at 90%.
There is a method to the madness of feeding all these items. I believe it's based on the value that the items are worth.
Yeah, more or less.
And the capsule monster does have... Sometimes it... expensive things. If you keep feeding it expensive things, you need to give it some time to want some more McDonald's rather than going out to Outback all the time.
Makes sense to me.
He's got a nice blue chest there with some ruse armor. And I believe he's got Tia in his party, so that's awesome. Ruse armor being only equipable by females. Tia. He has Lexus, that's right. So, useless female item.
It's always a tease. Mike making it to floor 51. So we're staying neck and neck here, with Decker, I think, being the farthest behind. You saw Decker, the flower came right at him. It would have got stuck there, but the way that door's laid out, oh, never mind. So now it's really stuck there. Before he could have moved it like he did. Mike has the Decker blade and a deadly and good healing Roach Man.
Oh, Venicus gets a twist jewel. Andy has a cancer rock, so.
Oh, that's real nice. Tiptoeing around this iron gorm so it doesn't rush right at him.
Old sword starts spawning now, as mentioned. And then Mythblade will be at 60, yep. Items to find for the jelly if you need more fractionals. If you don't have any already.
Yeah, we'll start seeing some really good stuff come from red chests here now.
As Mitchie opens a potion.
Yep.
That's usually how it goes. Volt too. Taking your commentary and spitting on it.
Yep. Michi has some green dragons. These are pretty powerful. You can see they have this attack here called Raging Wave. They're pretty fast, so they're hard to run from. But apparently he was just IP grinding. I believe Decker's at the ninja floors now. Volt, I believe, got a twist jewel. Apparently Mike got the strong spell.
You got that a little bit ago. Really helpful to have a nice cheap healing spell for after the match.
Yep. Okay, maybe it's Venicus who got the twist jewel. That would make 2 for him.
Decker's going for some twist jewels right now.
Might as well.
She getting a no core?
He is sitting pretty.
Well, don't know what tools he has. I think he's still lacking a Decker blade.
Yeah, I think so.
But we all know 498 Decker blade is a thing.
Yeah, it's strangely common. We're approaching the 1 hour mark here.
Just halfway through all the runner's time here. Getting a death right now would pretty much be an ending to a potential jelly kill for any of our runners. So
Yeah. They'd have to rely on different points. Oh, Bolt has 2 curse lifters, so that's kind of nice. He can take off both those fatal picks and put on a stronger weapon. Michi's still searching for that Hardora rock.
Yep. Ooh. The other scary version of these enemies. If you do not get that back attack, you can be sure that, I believe it's what, 8 attacks?
Those ones are 5.
5 attacks.
Still no Hydora.
Orkies that do 8?
Yeah, the Orkies are the very dangerous ones.
You're dealing with these ninjas really well.
No problem.
More cores for Michi.
Yeah, he's feeling strong.
This is
460.
This is typically where Michi's confidence will get the best of him. We'll see. Maybe he's gonna go and jump on the dance pad for the last 40 floors.
Ooh, how many points is that worth?
Personal bonus incentives next year. Let's do it.
There you go. Mike finds a curse lifter.
Green shield for Mitchie.
Very good. Decker having absolutely no problems with these ninjas, it seems like. So, even though he's behind, he must be pretty stacked. But there's plenty of time to go, so he can quickly catch up at any point.
That's another thing about the cave is once you have what you need, make some different decisions as far as moving quickly.
Yep, you can just start
dodge
flying.
enemies and just go for those stairs.
There's no better feeling.
Main time spent is just trying to find those items.
Yeah. Mike's on 58, Mitchie's on 62.
Wow, Mike has really picked up his pace.
He's going for it. And we see Volt's on 54.
Venicus getting his fairy out.
Always a welcome addition.
Seeing if we can find a way around these birds of prey here.
And those crows are just so strong with their basic attacks and their double kicks. And sometimes you just cannot get out of their way and you have to take them on. Volt has had a siren encounter, but fortunately was able to take care of it.
Faco's on Venicus' screen.
Very dangerous.
Itchy farming those black dragons, trying to get that his capsule monster's M form.
Yep, they'll drop the dark fruit. Volt's also got Sir
Jewel
Faco
for
issues.
Decker. Bloom Jewel is nice.
Yeah, it's got that instant death IP. I'm not sure if he's found Thunder or not, but he's the one with the Thunder Ring.
Getting some cores.
Yep,
Cores are
Volt
being pretty
finds-
fair today.
Volt finds a Gorgan rock.
There's Gorgan and Gorgon. O-N-A-N. O is an excellent additional fractional you can throw on an enemy. Or on one of your party members.
Mitchie has to take on white dragons. Unfortunately, he gets in first.
Off that Phoenix.
You see the white dragon casting stronger on itself. That's automatic based on the amount of HP the white dragon has left over at the beginning of the round.
You'll see these big Cyclops sprites on Venicus' screen there. The way that those guys move is they just spin around in place until they catch sight of you, and then they'll chase you down. Notice the players will manipulate those sprites a lot to get their surprise attacks guaranteed.
And their line of sight takes a lot of getting used to. It's kind of awkward the way it is. Another earring. Volt. Looking for
Rude
Hydora.
red on Mike.
Yeah, the spiteful red. Volt gets the Hydora rock. Very nice.
There's a multiple attack IP item, so similar to the Cancer Rock, it allows to attack multiple times during the jelly fight. So you equip them with a really strong weapon and find a gap in there to get them to hit hard.
And it also increases your attack.
Oh
and
no,
speed.
Mike is in a
Uh-oh.
scary position. I think that's...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So that's what can happen with those flying Hydoras there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how easily total confidence and having everything
Yep,
in the cave will just take it away.
you can have everything, and those guys will just, if they get a turn, they'll just kill you very quick, as you can see. But
Well, Mike is going to be... Yep, Mike is going to be jumping back into the cave, hoping for eye drops, iris drops, and the like to get some bonus points here. But
Yep.
these other players keep up their pace without dying, and I think it's probably going to be about it for Mike.
Yeah, Decker finds a Hydora of his own.
Bolt just got a no core.
We're in Warmai territory for Michi. These guys are really scary. They'll follow you around, they'll creep across the dungeon floor right at you if you're in their line of sight.
And where Michi's at with his points, even if he was to find, I don't know, 5 iris items in the next 3-5 minutes, it still may not be enough. But he'll have a heck of an iris percent start on his hands.
Broachman asking how many of these players advance to the next round? Just the winner. So
Yep.
the winner will be doing 2 of these runs today, which is not as easy as it sounds. This can take a big toll on your brain.
It's definitely taxing. But these wild cards, they are so Venicus, all the other players that all placed second in their respective races, so they're definitely...
They're cut out for it.
There's big prizes on the line. The Discord group, as somebody just mentioned right there, we're wonderful. Are all equally insane. Some more than others. Dance pad percent.
Yep.
Venicus getting a green and a no core. Really great boost to his XP there.
Yep. We're in Goldgorm territory as well. These are really annoying guys. Very strong.
Looks like Volt's going for fish butt right now.
Yeah, he appears to have the items to get
points. We're all gonna get to see the best in the game.
They knew what they were doing.
You can see on screen, like, how could you imagine, a stronger creature? Ooh, Bolt Shield for Mike. That's a nice little blue chest pickup.
Yeah, he'll be invincible for a few floors here.
If you see that awesome merman, you can only imagine how cool the master form of something like that would be. You're in for a treat.
No doubt about it.
Hype for that. Decker getting a no core as well. Nope. Oh.
Yeah, it looked like it was Stan, but I guess not.
Okay. What was that? Man.
Volt having a close call there.
gotta love it when your capsule monster takes the hit.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about healing or anything.
Magmagorns single target moves rather than their multi-targets.
Mitchie spawned into a treasure room, and then he stood around for a second for that banner to disappear so he can see if the stairs are up top, which it doesn't appear they are.
Well, they just want to find his way out the bottom here.
Just one dragon in the way. Oh, there's the stairs.
There's the stairs.
So maybe he saw them, and we didn't.
See how cramped it starts to get in these later floor treasure rooms. And all these enemies are equally dangerous.
This is a bad room for gold gorms because it's pretty small and lots of chests in the way. Mitchie having trouble with black dragons. They can be pretty dangerous, as you can see.
Ooh, that's not what you want to see. Decker getting hit by that destroy on that multi-target. His biggest tanky boy just going down to instant death.
Yeah.
It could go very wrong for Mitchie very quickly.
Decker gets Form 3 Darby.
Getting the kill there, not getting any Hydora rocks.
And Mitchie's having terrible luck here.
Oh no.
This is really bad.
He's gonna back row and hope to run here, but if 2 destroys come out, that's gonna be tough.
Fortunately,
gets 2 attacks and makes it out, always lucky.
Those dragons were merciful today. And that's why you put your character in the back row.
Being reduced damage there so that he can stay alive. Surprise attack 50-50. So needs these these dark fruits anyways, so hoping for that to drop. And is coming for him.
No dark fruit. And Swap Space in chat asking how the wild card race works. Basically, we've had 4 previous races, and the runner-up gets to play in the wild card, as well as 1 additional player who was voted in by the other runners. And 1 of these runners will advance to the finals, which is coming up after this. Looks like Bolt has to deal with Warm Eyes, but double deadly, no problems.
Well, Deadlies is pretty much the way to go if you can get it in the cave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Percent party. Technically, you have a Deadly Sword on Maxim that's not quite as effective, but when you have a speedy couple, please, you can get a lot done very quickly.
So Mitchie playing this pretty smart, kinda waiting around for enemies to get out of his way, and I think he should be able to get the stairs pretty easily now.
He just needs that gold gorm to spin a little bit.
Yep.
Dodge this Cyclops and he should be fine. There he goes. 469.
Easy peasy. And now he's got another treasure room. So the cave started off generous, but now it's kind of tired of these guys' shenanigans.
Exactly.
But it looks like the stairs were easily accessible.
Now he's got boats. Yes, boats exist in the cave. And since there's no water, they just kind of sit there.
Yeah. Darby showing off on Decker's stream using his destruction move, 90% instant death. See Mitchie fighting some Mega Cyclops. These guys are really strong and surprisingly fast, and it's easiest just to use instant death on them because they have so much HP. Looks like Decker voluntarily fighting a Sphinx. Probably just want some extra experience, but they also drop the old helmet, which you can only get from them in the cave.
And they're, relatively safe to fight just for some late XP if you're off your track as well.
Yep. I think they only have 2 moves.
Answer that question, Hoppy. Venicus has one, and Volt just got one. I don't know if Decker, BRD, or Mitchie has one.
Yeah. This is getting exciting. As if it wasn't before.
Just have to keep in mind that these players, they may be keeping quite a pace, but they have to find a certain set of tools to really get that kill at the end, to make it all count.
Mitchie asking, "Can I get anything?" And then the cave suddenly gives him a curse lifter, so more evidence that the cave is sentient and listening to you.
Oof, couple of leeches here.
Not good. These guys are really strong.
Actions each, I believe.
Dank pointing out that he could theoretically farm an old sword from them. They do drop it at a 2% rate. And he's having more trouble with them. When they're in hallways, they're really difficult to get away from.
Got the time, Mitchie.
If they're close to you, they won't teleport. They'll just kind of walk around you.
Nick might getting some more bonus points with a silver eye.
Hey, not bad.
Look at that, bringing his total up. So he's been out floors for a while now, but if you look at the scoreboard, he's earned quite a few bonus points and brought himself into a...
Yeah,
right
currently second
there.
place.
So if all of our front runners manage to die, we'll have a chance.
That's right, it's entirely possible. Especially with these type of hallways you see Mitch having.
Until Mitchie talking to chat while playing.
Venicus finds an old sword to go with his Decker blade.
Venicus has a really decent kit now. Fill in his other 2 slots with some keys or strong spells. Make some good moves here with a Decker blade and an old sword in hand.
Yeah. Fortunately, Mitchie gets in first on this leech and can pretty easily take care of it with his spells and weapons. Nosferatu uses the spell Contact. I'm not sure I've seen that before. Maybe I'm just not remembering right.
Another deadly rod for Decker.
Okay, Shadow
Volt.
explaining.
Volt finding himself room. Hopefully the stairs are somewhere else. Has to go through some Cyclopses to check this other room.
But with double deadly, he should have no issues.
1 and 2. Just that easy.
Michi finds Ice Valk.
I believe is he the one with Ice Ring, or did somebody?
Uh,
No, it was Fire Ring that we saw earlier. Excuse
Mike
me.
had Fire Ring and Decker has Thunder Ring.
Oh, so Mike did lose out on that.
Yeah. Looks like Michi seeing what that boat was up to. So we got 40 minutes left in the race. Plenty of time to get to 99 for these 4 guys. And Mike will just have to keep looking for iris treasures and silver, gold, or black eyes.
And technically, he could get enough items master form, but he'd still have to get those fruits, so
Right, yeah. And
not
Michi,
out of the realm of possibility to make it that far, though.
Michi gets an old armor drop from the Mega Cyclops, so that's really nice. The IP completely heals everybody to 100%, even if they're dead.
The rare drops we're seeing today.
Yeah.
Getting pinned down by some lions in a tight hallway.
Yeah, that's the worst.
He's got a sleepy Chia. Looks like she's been sleeping since the beginning.
It appears so. He's got some strong spells, so hopefully they don't use their AoE move Scratch. You see Volt has an Orky by the stairs. He's just gonna wait patiently until it moves out of the way. And floor 79 for Volt, and another Curse Lifter. If he has a 3rd deadly weapon, which it seems he does, he's just gonna put it on and just mow through every enemy you can find.
Oh, with triple deadlies right now.
And he had this last run too. Oh, but he gets a nasty treasure room full of Archfiends.
Every single one of those fights, if handled incorrectly, can... Well, even if he tries to handle them properly, they could all end this run.
Yep. So
You
Archfiends
gotta love seeing 3 deadlies hit in a row. Let's enjoy that. Somebody clip that.
And he has
Volt.
to go through this room. Hopefully the stairs are below and he can just fight through this one Archfiend. They have 166 agility.
Hopefully there's an ice rogue here, so not likely to die to 1 round.
So let's see what the Archfiend's got for him.
Mirror tactics.
Yeah, not the worst.
Kind of
decision.
dangerous. Is it,
Oh, he's slower than the Archfiend.
Some enemies in the cave, if you use mirror incorrectly, they could essentially soft lock.
Yeah. Mike actually died to blue mimics, but he was standing on the stairs when it happened, so he still continues, but at level 1, and he uses all his items.
Oh yeah, something that you don't get to see every day. Wonderful
Nope.
stairs glitch in action.
And Volt, showing what mirror strats are made of, he reflected the destroy spell, and it actually worked on the Archfiend. So he's feeling good about that, no doubt. Decker somehow snuck up on everyone because he's also at Genie's. Thankfully, the stairs are in that room below the treasure room. Volt at floor 80.
You can see Volt getting a little healing tile there. Chance for one bush on the floor to look a little weird and wonky, and healing tile.
Yep.
Micus getting his fairy all fed up here.
Volt should be able to get to form 4 and then master his capsule monster.
Everybody in before. This is a big moment here. We're about to see the coolest, most awesome capsule monster form.
Feeding a sleep ball to the capsule monster.
Not afraid of any of those genies.
I guess not. Triple deadly, yeah. Michi also just reaching floor 80. So it's getting tight here.
Here we go. Everybody get excited.
Shadow Killer giving a preview of what we're about to see.
This cool guy, this is nothing. This is where the true power lies.
It's all in the glutes.
He's the
Michi.
fish butt. That's
Michi
how a
playing
mermaid
tag.
should look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, naming it properly.
The only acceptable name. Venicus in a nasty hallway, 2 Orkies and a ghost ship.
He's gonna have to burn some time here. Opportunity to pass, but might have to go for that back attack.
Yeah, they could take an hour to move out of his way. Volt showing off the power of triple deadly. Decker's at floor 78, so apparently he caught up real quick. He must have been skipping floors left and right for a while there. Even though...
Venicus gets lucky with just a double ship there.
Yep. Doesn't matter that he got surprise attack, because all they do is defend when it's 2 of them.
Fry gets a small reward there. I don't know if he already has Zap, but Fry being a...
Michi feeding his capsule monster. Not sure if he got the dark food or not.
A lot of capsule feeding going on right now. Everybody got the feeling.
Yep. It's lunchtime, apparently. Decker also has double deadlies on, which is just a big relief when you're fighting these high HP enemies.
Bucket Pants giving us an amazing little sonnet there.
Yeah, I see. Volt found a Buster Sword, which could go with his Hydora Rock if he wanted.
That would eat your heart out.
Volt floor 85, he's almost past the Archfiends. They stop appearing at floor 88.
It'll be on to Metallic Dragons.
Yep. And the rest of the floors after that are free, right? Easy to avoid enemies.
Dragons never killed anyone, I've heard.
That's what they say. Let's see if it rings true. So Volt takes the lead at the moment.
Zap for Decker.
Getting lots of good stuff laid on here.
Zap is the strongest offensive spell in the game, but it's only usable by Artie.
Yep, that's correct.
Thunder being the next strongest spell that's more accessible by many other casters.
Zap has a base power of 600 and Thunder is 480.
Yeah.
So if Decker does find Thunder, it would be stronger than Zap on Artie if he put the Thunder Ring on. Avoiding that Archfiend. Going on to floor 86, having the stairs right in front of him. We see another butt on Mitchie's screen.
And Venicus screen. This game is lewd.
Yeah, the artists knew what they were doing.
These rogues are the less dangerous variation of enemies you can get out of these Archfiend sprites.
Yeah, it's always a relief to see them. Mike is facing some assassins. He's still at level 1.
Like, if anything, what I have to say about Mike is he is putting on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Way to be.
Volt found an Iris Jewel.
Oh,
and
nice.
Mitchie does have M-Form.
M-Form coming in, getting himself a unicorn that's underfed.
And wow, Volt gets another Iris item right after his Iris Jewel. He finds the Iris Tiara. So that's very good news for him as he approaches the jelly.
Sadly, it is not on the Nintendo Switch, but if you have a handy smartphone available, opt to just play it through an app. Just get yourself a nice Super Nintendo emulator app on your phone and have a good time.
Bolt finds the old sword, so more cannon fodder. He's on floor 89, so he's past Archfiends. So he is sitting pretty. Don't know for sure if he has a kill. I think he has Decker Blade, Old Sword, Silver Sword, and whatever strong spell Artie has. Or sorry, he has Tia, so that setup wouldn't work.
No, he
does.
Yeah, he
Shadow
has a
Killer
super
points
sword.
out. Yeah. That's a 3x weapon for the girls. Decker taking on 2 silver dragons. Thankfully, both his deadly hit.
Silver's never did anything other than defend and cast bravery.
Yeah. It's happened. Mike found a blue chest, but I didn't see what it was. Venicus has to take on their Archfiend in an ice robe. We still have a half hour left almost, so we still have time for these guys to just take their time and do it right. Volt has a very unfortunate room here. The dragon alone is not really a problem because you can just wait it out, but the Dark Summoner here is just going to circle around him, as you can see.
Playing games with him, forcing him to have to
May
for
just take it on.
perfect opportunity right here. He's waiting for the decision. If he's gonna go for it.
He has triple deadlies, but he doesn't want to risk it. He gets in first, he gambles, and it pays off. He took that dragon from the side.
50-50 strats. Takes guts. Still being cautious because that Necromancer could have made some moves on him.
Yeah, absolutely. I made that mistake yesterday. One movement error was all it takes.
Throwing on some holy wings, I believe that provides death resistance, or
yeah, correct. And Rife in chat is asking why they all go into the stairs from the bottom, and the simplest explanation is that it prevents a back attack on the next floor, so it's a safety strat.
Essentially, every time a floor, all the enemy sprites are looking down, and if you walk into the stairs from the bottom, you'll be facing up, so you guarantee the fact that you will never get surprise attacked that way.
And the only time you spawn directly next to an enemy when you go through the stairs is in a treasure room. And Volt has some Dark Summoner issues.
This could be very scary.
I didn't see how he encountered them, if he got in first or what.
This is looking grim.
And multi-target Perish actually hits.
Uh-oh.
I think he might escape here. He got very lucky. Oh, I see, it was from a doorway. So that's okay. He has time to IP grind. He has the heals, he has spells.
I have 119 life on that Decker, and still feeling the pressure from that fight.
Yeah.
In no normal circumstance, getting this far into the dungeon, if you're just going for a speedrun, that's stacked. So, surviving that type of an onslaught is just a tribute to the fact that this tournament is about careful and getting some safety XP.
Yeah.
Right way rather than going fast.
Definitely. Venicus has to take on 2 Archfiends, which is one of the hardest fights in the game.
He didn't get double thundered.
Looks like he survived. Nobody died, so he's got IP from that fight, if nothing else.
And when Reflect refers to IP, it's the very bottom bar of all the statuses in a battle screen there. Those you need that IP abilities in the jelly fight. You gain it by taking damage, but as soon as you die, you lose it all. So you'll see on Decker's screen already died, so now he has to find a way to get that IP maxed out before he reaches floor 99.
It's not always easy. Typically, Copper Dragons are the best option for getting your IP back. Mitchie has a nasty hallway. He has to engage this Leech and Archfiend combo again. Very nasty combo. But I think with his levels he should survive with no problem, although he'll have to grind for IP soon here. Seems like everyone's having issues with Archfiends, one way or another.
It's definitely going to be an IP grind for everybody here.
Yep.
And when we're approaching the final 20-minute mark here, I've seen some IP grinds go very wrong for very long periods of time, so
Yeah, they're
eat
not
up a lot of
free.
time for these runners.
So it looks like Volt has a single copper here, so he's set for IP grinding. Whatever method he wants to do. Squealer, we haven't seen any Myth Blades or Lizard Blows, I don't believe. Venicus reaches floor 87, so he's just about clear of Archfiends, and he makes it through. But Decker has an unfortunate hallway, but he has the right technique for getting past this Archfiend.
Feeling the pressure, not having any particular kits or items for the jelly down.
Yeah.
Now he has to kind of really struggle to find the chests.
This is kind of a tough room.
Oh yeah. Locked onto him, so he's going to try and position it in such a way that it's going to be snagged on these bushes so that he can wiggle right by.
Yep, and he does. The dragon cooperates. Volt just looking for IP. He's got the time. Decker has an Archfiend of his own now. Kind of a tricky little setup there, but fortunately it's just a Ice Rogue and Hades. Mitchie's on floor 87, and with the stairs right next to him, he's going to be past Archfiends here. And he might be looking for IP here. Venicus has to take on double silvers. Or he could just wait for the dragon to move out of the way. Unfortunately, that's a very badly placed bush.
Ooh. And the Dark Summoner's on the next door over.
Yeah. Volt getting Cinder Blasted, which is what he wants to have, and now he has full IP. So
I've seen some hyper kicks in the jelly fight.
Yeah, I think Volt has a kill as far as I can tell. So now he just needs to take the stairs. He's on floor 95, so he's coming right up. I don't think he would be able to get a kill before 1 hour 45 minutes.
Just to make sure he has it. The cave hands him another Decker blade real late.
Well, if Decker dual wields, he does 50%, then 50%. And if my math's right, that's 100%, right? That's the way it works.
Sounds legit. I can get on board with that. Yeah, looks like Volt stole Mitchie's Decker blade. I think that's the ongoing theory here.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me. And Volt
luck of the buttfish.
Volt is smartly just kind of tiptoeing past this Dark Summoner just to ensure he doesn't get that encounter.
And that's another big part of these late floors is the only time you get into a fight, it's because you misplayed your movement. First into fights, but in these open rooms, when you have a lot of space, well, take it one step at a time and you'll usually make it.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a lot of free stairs, which is really nice for these late floors.
Decker faced with curiosity on this next room, but getting a lizard blow.
That's very nice. Very strong 3 times attack for the jelly. Volt's on floor 90.
Venicus there. he walked sideways into those stairs. Very, very bold aim. If he got 50-50 by a couple of gold dragons there, then get GG. So.
And he counted that
Strats.
dragon stepping right, so he gets that surprising counter. Volt is going to be at the jelly any minute now. He's on floor 98. All he needs is the stairs, and then it's go time.
Itchy is at 90. I didn't even realize he was that far back.
Yeah, him and Venicus are about the same floors. I think Venicus is IP grinding.
It's interesting. Mitchie was, and you can see how quickly this will all swing. Mitchie was our front runner for floors, and hasn't found the tools like the others.
Yeah,
Played him greatly.
It does. Mike's still trucking along at floor 27. Can't forget about him.
Setting up for an Iris %.
Yeah, it must be. As far as points go, he's still decent. Volt just waiting for the dragons to get out of the way. Oh, and he has a little hallway here. He has triple deadly, so if it gets close enough, he could just kill it. Or he could just wait for it to go all the way to the left.
He's got the time. It looks like he's gonna take it safe here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to ruin his kill. Or maybe
And there
not.
you go. The impatience of a caver already happening.
Yeah, the time is getting close, and dragons can take a lot of time getting away from you.
If only Decker had Tia, then he'd have access to some zap with that diamond ring.
Yeah. I think Mitchie just got floor 91. So let's see what Volt's got. Just a single copper. Easy peasy.
Life, Volt getting a...
Looks like Venicus has got all his IP now. Deckerbird taking on 2 gold dragons. Double deadlies make it no problem.
Whew. Scary to go for those.
My guess is he was looking for a gold eye.
Drops, get those points.
Yep. And Volt has the stairs in front of him. So he can either wait for the dragon to move or just kill it off.
He doesn't have to worry about walking up onto those stairs.
Right, exactly.
And now that he's reached, technically take as much time as he needs here.
That's right.
But you'll see him going through, equipping Decker with a Decker blade here. Looks like he'll be going in. Gain rock for the attack power. Reversal old sword there.
It seems like he has a few different options here. Just weighing them out.
Looks like he's gonna use Artie for multi-attacks with the Hydora rock and use old sword on Maxim. 2 fractionals.
Is in trouble here. He manages to escape from Dark Summoners. That's the second time we've seen that this race.
Summoners are extremely dangerous. Any encounter with them is If you're not getting that surprise attack, you're in for a world of hurt.
Yep. We're really closing in on 2 hours here. So
That's 10
These
minutes
guys.
for Mitchie, Decker, and Venicus to really put the pedal to the metal.
and that is enough time, but provided they have a kill too. So here goes Volt. The jelly has 9,980 HP.
He should be totally fine. We shouldn't need calculators here. With his kit, I would expect pretty... I'd say he's guaranteed to get the kill on turn 3 here.
Yeah, this is pretty free. He's even got Trick. Venicus will have to grind for IP again. You can see how powerful Master Form Zeppy is with a Hyper Kick 705.
Nice.
A very nice Fatal Blow, I think.
Ooh, yeah, 4284. After all that damage, that was a massive Fatal Blow roll.
Yeah, that was great. He did 6,999 damage that first round.
He could get a round 2 here with another lucky Hyper Kick.
It's possible.
And that would actually net him some bonus points.
Yeah.
Which he may need with these other runners getting... potentially.
Yeah, and Mitchie kills a gold dragon, and he's just got a copper left.
Full attack coming out, adding about a little over 1,000.
Venicus getting his IP back, slowly but surely. See what Volt's got.
No Hyper Kick, so I think
Not a
that
2-round
two-round chance of going there. Definitely gonna finish it up right here and secure himself some jelly kill points.
Mitchie finds his Decker Blade.
She now has even the slightest of chances. The Decker Blade adds potential for a jelly kill, and Volt gets it.
That's GG for Volt, 10,343 damage.
It's actually not. If Mitchie can get down there with his point score, potentially. Oh nope, it looks like he may still be behind by about 5 points.
Yeah, we'll see. He's on floor 98.
He's gonna go and grind for those gold eyes now.
Yeah, anything to help with those points.
Wants
Decker's
to-
grinding IP.
If he wants to get this kill and he wants to win, I think he's gonna have to go for it. On technicality, right? First one to kill the jelly.
Yeah.
It's a tough lot that Mitchie's in right now.
Yeah, they're all gonna reach the... they've all been around the same floors the whole run.
Volt technically could. I mean, 7 minutes. Oh, the rules say you can't after a kill. Oh, okay,
Yeah, once your jelly fight is done, that's the end of your run.
got it.
Mitchie finds an old sword. So let's see what he's got. He's at the jelly after these stairs. I think he's got some really good chances for a kill. Let's see exactly what he has.
Decker Blade, Uncursed Deadly Rod. He's got his fractionals. I know that he's got some strong magic. Gonna be close. I bet he will be depending on his unicorn to deal some good stab damage there.
Decker does get all his IP. Venicus reaches the final floor.
I
Very
guess getting set up as well.
So let's see what we got here.
Lots
We've
of jelly
got
here.
Decker Blade, Old Sword, Super Sword, and I guess whatever spell Artie has.
I think Venicus has a definite kill here. Honestly, I think Mitchie does too. I think we have 3 jelly kills here. Not something you see often.
So let's see what we got. Mitchie's going in for the kill. Not sure what floor Deckerbird's at. Let's see here. 93, so it's going to be pretty tough to get to 99 if these floors don't cooperate.
5 minutes exactly. He's gonna have to take some chances here.
Yeah. So Mitchie kind of deciding what he wants to do here. I think it's a kill no matter what he does. As long as he does the right, strong moves.
It looks like Ben has a very similar setup to Mitchie as far as health. He's feeding his here just to get some extra damage, possibly. Nope, he's just might just go for it. He's got the time, he'll feed.
Decker has some dark summoners coming at him. It's only 2. His deadly rod misses, but his deadly sword hits. His dark summoner survives 1 round, and all it does is call companions and bolts, but so he should be okay here.
All round for Mitchie here.
And Deckerbird's just in a really tight room, so it was hard to avoid that Dark Summoner. Oh, and he has to take on Silver Dragons. Hopefully he has a smoke ball as Mitchie finishes up his fight.
Healing horse instead of dealing damage.
Yep.
Be close.
And Mitchie doesn't get the kill.
He needed damage. Wow.
He did
Volt
9,000.
securing his victory right there. Venicus, I don't think can get enough points here. So with Decker, I think with these last 2 minutes here, the ever putting his play is looking really, really good, and about to have to do another run back to back here. We'll see if that play at all, but I think he's gonna do great.
These dragons are just not cooperating. He has to take this gamble, and he does not get the 50-50 encounter. So hopefully these dragons will cooperate in this fight. His deadly misses at such a critical moment.
He'll just get braveries and defends.
Hopefully. Oh, and there's Diamond Dust. I think that might be over.
If he had a heal boarded up there, Decker will survive.
He managed to escape the battle, but he...
925. Jeez. 55 damage. 1 horn attack, 1 standard attack from his horse would have netted Mitchie that kill.
Just anything, yeah. Decker may have to, if he can get to the jelly, he's just gonna have to go in with no IP for maximum.
Yep, I don't think he really has enough time to even think right now.
Big fatal blow for Ben, and we see another fight with 3 fractionals.
Looks like Decker's probably not going to make it down to the jelly.
Yeah, it's not looking good right now. He's got 40 seconds. He's on floor 96, I believe.
Went into a turn 2 for Venicus with a really, really high amount of damage.
Yeah, Venicus, I think, is probably going to kill, but let's see.
It's definitely going to be just as close as Mitchie's.
Yeah. Maybe his unicorn will cooperate.
Seems to be so far.
Got 10 seconds left, but Venicus has as much time as he needs to kill.
Oh my gosh, back-to-back stairs, come on. Let's go, Decker. And there's another stair, and he's just not going to make it. Wait, can we give it to him? He's literally there.
That is time.
I think he has a shot at this.
10 seconds late. Venicus does
stream
get
delay.
his
There you go, stream delay.
And that is time. Venicus, I believe, got his kill. He did. What Power and Ability by Volt and Ben.
Volt and Ben
GG's
bringing
to
in
all.
some kills. Mitchie and Decker, even though it was after by about 10 seconds, both reaching the final floor and getting into that core fight. So the runners made it all the way to the bottom. 2 got some kills. That's actually...
So Shadow is saying
standalone
that
run.
Deckerberg did not quite make it, even counting for the stream delay.
But he can fight if he wants, so we'll,
I'm
we'll
sure
give
he
him
wants
that.
after all that. Give him the
He's earned his
satisfaction.
right to swing at it.
And as far as points go, it wouldn't make a difference whether he kills or not.
Nope, this is just for Gucci points.
So Volt is the winner of the wild card race.
Did you rename his horse Jerk? Didn't enter the floor within the time limit. He literally got to the stairs about 10 seconds after the 2-hour mark, so...
Yeah.
Just for pride here, and it doesn't even have a Decker blade, so... We'll see what he can muster up here. Gonna be a kill, but see how much damage he does regardless. It's to show you an example of how difficult it is to get a kill without that Decker blade.
Okay, so apparently due to technical things, Deckerberg did make it in time for the jelly fight. So this will count.
Well, that's good. Good to know.
And you may notice he does not have a Decker blade. So that will count for some extra points if he gets a kill.
That, I think it's bonus points if he wins without. So, Volt will still win technically because, oh, actually 260 since they added some. So, maybe just get this kill. It looks like he might snipe that victory.
That
It's gonna be
is
tight,
possible.
but an
Evil
Evil Aura is
Aura.
very helpful. It's all the damage he can get. 777 off of that.
Very powerful show of force from Darby. I did not see what Decker has for his
High
IP.
sword. And
Oh.
he's gonna be doing Sky Splitter this turn.
Oh, he has a Hydora Rock.
Due to the
to go.
Hydora Rock, I didn't see that he had that triple attack set waiting. So here comes the final round. He needs to deal at least 3,500 more, it looks like. So I don't know that he'll make it.
Another Evil Aura. Remarkable.
That is some incredible damage. It's not gonna make it, I don't think.
It's gonna be very close.
Doesn't get it.
$90.
Looks like Decker was having a little fun there at the end, but unfortunately did not get the kill. But my goodness, what a race that was.
Indeed. GG's
job
to all.
runners. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was an amazing wild card race. I couldn't have asked for more. And now you're about to see your best players in the group running in these finals. So if you thought that was exciting, you're about to see some top tier gameplay.
Well, thank you all to all our runners. Congratulations to Volt. He's going to make it to our finals. So if you guys just sit tight for about 10 minutes or so, we're going to set up the next race, and we will get started as soon as we possibly can. So just give us a few minutes, and we will be right back.